dolls! Hey dolls, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new, you know what to do. Go ahead and click the subscribe button below and become a part of the doll house. We would love to have you here. My name is Z and I do tons of fun feminine content on this channel centered all around interior design, lifestyle, and fragrance. So if that sounds like something you want to stick around for, please be sure to press the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a new video. All of my social medias will be sprinkled in the description box below. So now that you dolls know everything you need to know, let's go ahead and hop into the video. You guys, I finally got my little hands on it. We are going to be reviewing Sabrina Carpenter's Cherry Baby. I originally tried to pick this up at Ulta and Sephora and they ended up not having it. You guys let me know, did they ever have it at Ulta or Sephora, or was that just like in my head? Because I never actually was able to get it from either of those stores. I then went to Sabrina Carpenter's website and it was sold out for the longest time, and so I just went ahead and caved and got it on Amazon. I try not to buy my fragrances off of Amazon, but sometimes I just have to. And the reason why I try not to is because it's been times where I've gotten duped before, where I've actually bought a fragrance that wasn't from the actual fragrance company. It was like a dupe to it. So I try to avoid Amazon, but I think it's safe if the Amazon shop shows like Sabrina Carpenter fragrances shop on Amazon, then I'll purchase from her. So that's what I did and I finally got it, you guys. Yeah! I'm so super excited, you guys. I cannot wait to open this. Now, is it Cherry or Cherry Baby? It's Cherry Baby. Okay, because online when I bought it, I ordered it, it just said Cherry. And I was like, ooh, is it a dupe? I don't know, because I have to be really careful. Walmart and Amazon, y'all, they be selling the dupes, so just be super careful. But this looks pretty real, you guys. It looks like her other packaging. Now, I do own her Caramel, and I also own Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth is still by far my favorite out of her fragrances. I think this is the only 3 she has. You dolls let me know, does she have more perfumes? Or is this the only line? Because this is the only line I personally know of. Love, absolutely obsessed with Sweet Tooth. Will probably order more, even the body mist as well. But I wanted to try out this Cherry Baby because I have become a huge fan of cherry fragrances ever since I tried the Cherry Ambery Cherry by Dossier. It is a dupe for Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, you guys. When I tell you that perfume, that cherry with cinnamon, is so freaking bomb. So I wanted to pick up a new cherry fragrance because I realized I actually love cherry as a fragrance. So I thought that this would be a really nice one. Also, the packaging is super cute. I love the red aesthetic for Christmas and holiday season. Speaking of red, y'all, I'm on theme. Check out the cherry earrings. You know, I had to throw a little something in there. Okay, dolls, so I went ahead and I pulled up the fragrance notes on her website. It's a Cherry Baby Eau de Perfume, and this is $54.99. Oh, for a 2.5 ounce. This is the 1 ounce. I got mine off of Amazon for, I believe, $29.99. I'll try and leave the link below. I'll also put it in my Amazon storefront so you guys can shop all of the items that I talk about in this video. Fragrance notes just read, Cherry Baby, a flirty, addictive fragrance. Let the indulgent aroma of cherries and chocolate envelope you, swirling in a flirty mist of red poppy and peony. Okay, feel the addictive embrace of vanilla orchid and the whisper of sensual musk as it caresses your skin, leaving a trail of seduction in its wake. Oh, okay, so right off the bat, you dolls already know I love celebrity fragrances, particularly recording artists, because their descriptions sound so poetic, like a song that they wrote. So reading that description definitely put me in some sort of mood. I'm definitely feeling like this is going to be a sweet, deep cherry, like kind of sensual anyway. I really love the fact that they said that they're gonna have chocolate in it. Now, Chocolate, to me, every time a fragrance line says they have chocolate, it never officially smells like chocolate to me. I never smell the chocolate. I just never do. So we'll see if the chocolate ends up showing up in this fragrance. Also, I love the peonies that they mentioned. I'm not a floral girly. If you guys don't know, I am a gourmand girly. That's just my type of fragrances that I tend to love. But if I am gonna go for a floral, I'm gonna go for peony because it's a soft, sweet floral, and I really like that with peony. They also mentioned red poppies. I'm not a huge fan of poppies as a fragrance note, but I'm open to it, to seeing how it marries with the other fragrance notes. So we'll see how that goes. Vanilla sounds great. Vanilla orchid. I love vanilla orchid. And it also mentions that it's going to have a musky scent to it, which I do feel like her other perfumes had musky scents as well. Like Caramel had a musky note to it. Sweet Tooth had a musky note, but it wasn't a severe musk. It was like a light, soft musk. Y'all, the planes are planing today. They're flying. They got things to do. I'm sorry about that. I do live close to an airport, so there's that. Okay, so the top notes are cherry cosmo, glazed apple and plum nectar, and brown sugar. So those are the top notes. That sounds delicious, actually. The heart notes are red poppy, peony blossom, dark chocolate, and vanilla orchid. And the base notes are cashmere woods, sensual musk, patchouli elixir. I love me some patchouli. I love it. Love to hear it. And amber resin. Okay. All of this sounds really good to me. I am so interested to see that glazed apple come through because that is going to be a clutch. Plum nectar, yes. Patchouli elixir, amber resin. Oh, girl, I need to smell this. Now, I do want to know if this is a clean fragrance, like if it's been tested on animals or anything like that. That's important to me. I don't see where it says cruelty free on here. Oh no, Sabrina. No, Sabrina. No. Okay, so I don't see anywhere on here where it says that this is a cruelty-free fragrance. So I guess when I open the packaging up, we'll see if it's on the actual bottle. I like to go for fragrances that are not tested on animals. We love animals. We love our furry little friends. And I just would prefer not to purchase perfumes that are tested on animals. Have I purchased perfumes that have been tested on animals in the past? Absolutely, I have. But I try to steer away from it. So that's giving me kind of like a but we're gonna try it out anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and unbox her. Ooh. How adorable. I'm obsessed, y'all. I love that it's a deep red and not like a candy apple red. So cute. Okay, you guys, so here is what the packaging is giving. We already knew that it was going to be this like chocolate bar packaging because this is a flanker from her original Sweet Tooth fragrance. So also the caramel is a flanker as well. So we knew that we were going to get this type of a bottle. What I was really interested to see was the material of the packaging. I wanted to see if it was going to be the regular matte or if it was going to be a glossy bottle, because sometimes you can't really tell in the pictures. And I was also interested to see the shade of red for me. I'm not a huge red girly, but I was hoping that it wasn't going to be like a really bright, super bright Christmassy red, because I tend to lean towards deep burgundy type reds, and that's just like the aesthetic that I would want like on my vanity. So I was just looking for a deeper red, and I'm actually happy with this tone of red. It's kind of like a burgundy red, so it's not too bright or vibrant or impressive. I really do love this. It is really nice packaging. Again, it's the same as the packaging that she had before. I would have, however, really would have liked the packaging to be glossy for this one, only because it talks about cherries, and to me, I just think, when I think of cherries, I think like a glass glossy cherry, like something that would be like wet. I don't know why I think that, but I just would have liked it if it had like more of a glossy look to it, or maybe if it had like drips of cherry like dripping out of the side of the bottle, like at the bottom here just have like some red resin dripped here to look like cherry juice spilling out. I think that would have been like a huge vibe. She still could have kept this bottle, but then just added that dripping red cherry juice. I think that would have just stepped it up a notch. And then you guys can see the spritzer is gold. She does have her signature on the side, really cute. I love that she does that. That's like an extra touch, because if you're a Sabrina Carpenter fan, you feel like you're getting an autograph of hers on every single bottle, which is really nice if you're a collector. So I do like that. But like I said, I just wish the packaging was a little bit different. Not just changing the color Sabrina, but also changing little innuendos within the packaging. You know what I mean? Like anytime there's a flanker, it's always going to be similar to the original packaging, but it doesn't have to be exactly the same. And I've noticed that a lot of designers have been just getting lazy. I mean, package designers have just been getting lazy. And when it comes to like flanker packaging, they just change the color of the bottle. And it's like, it's really not enough to change the color of the bottle. You have so many designers out there putting time and effort and thought into the creative aspect of their packaging, so we really need to step it up a little bit more, in my personal opinion. Again, it's just not creative enough. A little bit of cherry juice dripping out. I even thought that about the caramel packaging as well. I don't think I mentioned it, but I felt like she could have put like gold dripping from it or something, like just something different, or like maybe a gold wrapper at the bottom of it. Just give us something else than just that typical color change. Anyways, because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to rate the packaging. For me personally, I think the packaging gets a 5 out of 10. I think it's cute packaging overall, but we've already seen this Sabrina. We saw this in the original Sweet Tooth packaging. We also saw it again in caramel. Give us something else, just like a little something more creative, in my opinion. So cute packaging overall, but for this particular fragrance, could you have done more? Absolutely. You could have done way more, in my opinion. So a 5 out of 10 for packaging, you guys. Okay, dolls, so let's go ahead and get into the air test. So I'm gonna spray the perfume in the air for those of you who do not wear perfumes on your skin, because not everyone does. I'm gonna spray it in the air so I can also see the throw of it, like how far does it throw as well, and how long it lasts in the air for you, dolls. So let's go ahead and give it a little spritz. Ooh, that was nice. Wait. Ooh. Wait. 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 Oh. Wait, I like this. I like this in the air. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna tell you guys, it's not potent enough for me in the air. I need to spray this. I smell it. Oh. Okay, I really do like this. First of all, you get a big burst of cherry and apple. That's the first thing I smell. Initially, when I sprayed this, it kind of reminded me of like a red candy apple, if you guys know what I'm talking about. That's exactly what it smelled like in the air. A huge burst of cherry and apple. Now I'm also getting some of those floral notes. I'm smelling the poppy, but it's not bad, you guys. It is a light poppy. I'm definitely smelling that peony with the cherry, which is giving it kind of a vibrant flair in my nostrils. I don't know why, but it's really brightening up that cherry and bringing up those cherry notes to like more of a vibrant burst of cherry because of the undertones of the peony. You can really smell that very nicely. I'm also smelling the vanilla notes in there. You guys, I'm gonna say one thing about it, Sabrina. One thing about it, and I have to be honest, I don't smell chocolate. I don't smell chocolate, and I really wish that fragrance designers would stop putting the chocolate notes in the description, because I never smell it. I never ever smell chocolate. Now maybe it'll come out on my skin when my skin starts to pick up those fragrance notes a little bit more, but in the air I don't get that. I get vanilla, I get apple, I get peony and a little bit of poppy, I get the cherry. That's what I get in the air. I gotta spray it again, you guys. The potency on this, y'all, the potency is not giving. And also the longevity is not there. It is dissipating so quickly in the air. You're definitely gonna have to spray this 1,000,001 times. Ooh, but it's good, y'all. It smells so good. It also kind of reminds me of like a cherry Jolly Rancher but if you smell that apple note right with the cherry, it's so good. I would classify this as like a fruity gourmand. I wouldn't classify it as like just strict gourmand. It's definitely fruity gourmand. I can see how this can be classified as a sensual fragrance as well. It does give sexy vibes. I do feel like this is a nice date night fragrance. I also feel like this is a good daytime fragrance as well. You can really use this and wear this for both daytime and night. Yeah, your partner is going to want to eat you when they smell this on you. Absolutely. I do really like this perfume. I am so happy that it doesn't stink because I just like so scared. You know, sometimes fragrances say they're cherry and you smell the cherry notes and it smells like cherry medicine. This does not smell like cherry medicine. This smells like cherry candy, and that is exactly what she's going for, I think, and she definitely made the cut with this one. I just wish the longevity was a little bit more there because it is, again, dissipating quite quickly. I'm gonna spray it and walk over to the back of my room just to see the throw for you guys before I give the atmosphere test a rating. So let's go ahead and spray. Oh, and look, you guys, I have on my bow shorts, so don't get mad at me. I know in the last video I walked to the back and you guys were like, oh my god, you're ruining the pink illusion with your black shorts. Okay, anyways, so we're gonna go back here. Can't smell it, you guys. Can't smell a thing. Yeah, I don't smell it at all. Okay, I can smell it right here, you guys. Like, I can smell it over the chair, obviously, but I cannot smell it back there. It is, the throw on this, you guys, is really, really low for me. I really don't like that. And again, the longevity is just not there for me. But if we want to talk about in the air overall, I would probably give this in the air overall, I want to say I will give it a 6 out of 10. I think it smells really, really nice in the air. I love the fragrance notes in the air. Again, the reason why it didn't get a higher rating is because it just dissipates so quickly. Like Sabrina, you could have the best smelling fragrance in the world, you guys. If you do not have the longevity, if it doesn't last and it's not potent enough, it's a waste. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of money because it doesn't last and it's not potent. So that, I feel like, is the complexity of this fragrance. It is a really good fragrance, but the longevity and the potency is not there. So for me, is it worth the price point? I don't know. We're gonna get into that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and test it out on our skin. I am scared, y'all. I'm gonna do 2 spritz because, again, like I told you guys, this is not very potent in my opinion. Ooh, though. Yes. You know, it does kind of remind me of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry as well, but it's a little bit, I feel like Tom Ford's Lost Cherry or the Dossier dupe that I have is a much more of a richer cherry because it has that cinnamon note in there. So it's like a deep, dense gourmand cherry, where this is much more of a brighter cherry, much more of a lighter cherry because it has those appley notes. And I would classify this apple not as a red apple but as a green apple because there is some tart to the apple. Yeah, on my skin there is some tart to the apple. And then, oh my god, you guys, I'm getting the amber so strong on my skin. There's also is a strong, dense, sweet, musky note, but it's not like a what would you call it, like a it's not like a peppery musk or like a smoky musk. It's more of like a rich, soft musk, a rich, soft musk. It's very, very deep. This is definitely a sexy perfume on my skin. Definitely picking up the vanilla notes, definitely getting cherry. I feel like I got apple in the air a lot more prominent than I do on my skin. On my skin, the apple isn't as vibrant as the cherry, whereas in the air it was definitely super vibrant next to that cherry. It's much more of an undertone, but you still get the apple and you still get the tart. The peony notes are there. I don't smell the poppy note that much on my skin as I did in the air, which I'm totally okay with, because you dolls know I'm not a floral girly anyway, so I'm not like, oh, I want to smell the poppy. You know what it is that I'm smelling that's so rich? It's like this sweet fruity richness, but it's not the cherry and it's not the apple, and I think it's the plum nectar that was in there. That plum is prominent on my skin. I think the apple was higher in the air. You didn't really smell the plum that much in the air, but on my skin I feel like the plum is more dominant next to the cherry and the apple is much more of an undertone. I know they're all top notes, but I just feel like initially on my skin what you smell is cherry and plum and vanilla and amber. Like, those are the rich notes that I'm getting on my skin. Okay, it is dissipating on my skin, but not as quickly as it was in the air, obviously, because it has something to hold on to in my skin. I do smell the patchouli coming through, and I really do like that. Okay, it is kind of drying down into a sweet patchouli cashmere brown sugar musk. So it started off on a hard, like, cherry, plum, rich, I would say like dates, gourmand, fruity notes, and then it starts to fall into this ambery, brown sugar, patchouli, vanilla note. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed, you guys. I'm obsessed. I love this on my skin. I still love the Tom Ford a lot better. Also, I just feel like the quality of the Tom Ford fragrance is there, and the cherry with the cinnamon is just such a freaking like who thought of that? Like, it's just so good, and I'm only comparing it to that because that's the only other cherry fragrance I have. So to compare it to that Tom Ford fragrance, the Tom Ford one I would say is a lot better. I would choose the Tom Ford over this one, but they are different, okay, you guys? Like I said, this is much more of a lighter, vibrant type of cherry, whereas the Tom Ford is much more of a deep, rich, sensual cherry. I don't smell the chocolate on my skin, unfortunately, you guys. Okay, so now as it's drying down, we've only been sitting here a few minutes and it's almost all the way gone off of my skin, and I sprayed it twice, so I definitely don't like that. But now that it's dissipating quite more, I still smell the cherry, but the vanilla's coming through, but the vanilla is not a vanilla that I like. It smells like old vanilla. If you've ever smelled like vanilla extract that has been sitting in the cabinet for way too long and it has like this strain to it, it's like weird, like a old, like a stale vanilla. So I don't like that. It's almost gone off of my skin, but the last note I'm smelling is this like stale vanilla scent. I don't like that at all, okay, about it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into rating this fragrance. So packaging, I already rated. We already rated the atmosphere. So let's go ahead and rate the price point. Price point, I paid $30 for a 1 ounce. Do I think it's worth $30? For me, because of the longevity and because of the potency level, I don't think it's worth the $30. I could possibly see someone paying in between $15 and $20 max for it, just because it is performing much more like a body mist than a perfume. It's not really staying on your skin, and it also isn't oil based, which is another thing I noticed. It's alcohol based. It dried immediately when it hit my skin, which is probably why it didn't last that long. I find that oil based fragrances last a lot longer on the skin. But yeah, you guys, unfortunately for me, I just don't think $30 for a 1 ounce of this is worth it. It's giving me the performance. It has the notes of a high-end fragrance, but the performance of a body mist. So it's kind of like, I personally wouldn't pay more than $15 for this. If I was gonna buy it as a gift, I could see myself forking over $20 for it. But me personally, because the longevity isn't there, I'm gonna go ahead and rate the price point on this a 3. Because I really just feel like $30 is for a 1 ounce of perfume that literally doesn't last 2 minutes. Sabrina. Yeah, so the body mist is $10, and that one is it's 8 ounce. So I would much rather try out the body mist because I feel like this has the same performance as a body mist. You might want to just pick that up instead of the actual perfume for $30. Let's go ahead and get into Potency. You dolls have already heard me say the Potency sucks, okay? I'm just gonna be real with y'all. The Potency level sucks. It's not that strong when it comes out. Like, you do have to spray it a few times to get a hit of it. And what I mean a hit of it is, whenever I spray a perfume, what I look for it to do is to punch me in the face. Either punch me in the face or sneak up on me. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'll spray it and I'll be like, oh, that smells good, but oh, like, hit me. I didn't feel like I got hit with the fragrance notes when I initially sprayed it. I felt like you have to spray it a few times to really get in there and smell what's going on, and that for me is just too low of a potency in my opinion. So for potency, I would have to go ahead and rate this. It's not bad, it's just not good. Potency, I'm gonna give it a 4. I feel like it's okay, but it could definitely be better. I feel like if this was sold as a body mist, the potency level is fine. But as a perfume, Sabrina, come on, please, girl. And I love Sabrina, but the potency's not there, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's go ahead and talk about longevity, since we can. Normally, I don't like to talk about that. I like to talk about it in the comments later after I've worn it all day, but because it's gone already since I've sprayed it, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a rating on longevity. I'm gonna give a longevity on this a 0. And I don't think I've ever given anything a 0. Maybe I have, but I'm gonna give it a 0. It does not last long on my skin. Maybe it lasts longer on you guys' skin. Let me know in the comments below. I sprayed it in the air and literally it would not stay in the air. It could not stay in the air. So for me, longevity is just gonna get a 0. That's just me personally. It's gone already within the 15 minutes that I spent filming this video. So let's go ahead and get into rating the fragrance notes on this. You dolls already heard me rave about everything that I smelt in this, and abso-freaking-lutely, this fragrance notes on this are delicious. This smells so good. I smelt the majority of the fragrance notes that were mentioned outside of chocolate. I do not smell the chocolate. You tell me, you try this out. You go buy it, try it out, and let me know if you smell chocolate. Girl, I don't smell any chocolate, and I don't know why people keep saying they're putting chocolate in these fragrances and I don't smell chocolate. So for that, I do have to take a point down off of it for that. But other than me not smelling the chocolate, the fragrance notes that she mentioned, I smelled pretty much all of them. Maybe not all simultaneously, maybe not all on my skin and not all in the air, but at some point or another, I've smelt all of the notes. And that for me gets a huge high ranking in my opinion, because rarely do you smell all of the notes. And this one, actually, all of the fragrance notes do marry very well together. There are quite a lot in there, and sometimes when you have too many fragrance notes, they don't really smell good together. They might smell good individually, but together they don't. This, whoever did this very well. The fragrance notes are really nice. I also like that they kind of tell a story. They start off with a high of fruity notes, and then they kind of mellow down into this rich, sweet musk. That I'm obsessed with. I, however, did not like it drying down at the end to this like stale vanilla extract scent. That, no. We could have stopped at the ambery, brown, sugary musk note and just left it there. We didn't have to go down into, yeah, that. I feel like I'm in a cherry orchard picking cherries from a tree to make a delicious dessert later. Like, that's how I feel. So overall, I would rate the fragrance notes an 8 out of 10. I'm ranking it really high because I really do love this. And I do feel like this is a fragrance that I will wear a lot of. But I probably would get the body mist because for the longevity, it just doesn't make sense for me to pay $30 for a 1 ounce when I get an 8 ounce with the same type of performance. You know what I mean? And have the same scent. That's just my personal opinion. But I do really like the way that these notes marry together. So for fragrance notes, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It is really delicious. I highly suggest trying it out. Like I said, I would probably get the body mist, but I highly suggest trying it out. I don't feel like this is anything innovative. I don't feel like this is anything special. Like, I'm just being honest, you guys. I feel like it's a really good fragrance. It smells really good overall, but it's not anything special, if that makes any sense. I much rather prefer her Sweet Tooth fragrance over this one. It's good, it's just not, you know, it's to be expected is what I'm trying to say. It's to be expected. When you think about Sabrina Carpenter creating a cherry fragrance flanker from the original Sweet Tooth flanker, you would be like, oh yeah, obviously it smells like this. This is what it would smell like. It would smell like Sweet Tooth with cherry thrown in it, which it does kind of smell like Sweet Tooth with a cherry thrown in it. Like, and I get the idea behind it because it is a flanker, but again, you can still be innovative and different. I don't have a problem with the fragrance notes, love the fragrance notes. It's just more the performance for me. So overall, I'm gonna rate this fragrance a, so unfortunately, it is going to get a 5 out of 10 for me, but I do like the fragrance and I would probably pick up the body mist. So I hope you dolls enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what fragrances you guys want me to try out next, or what other type of fragrance videos you dolls want to see. I would love to hear your ideas. I love you and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye! Ooh. Bye, dolls. Mwah. Oh! Bye. My name is Z and I do, okay. So if that sounds, okay dolls, so let's go ahead and get into the, what is this? What do I want to do first? The air test. And, or is this Scent Beauty? What website is this? Scentbeauty.com, I think. No, Sabrina Carpenter. Girl, I don't know. Anyways.